Love makes you stupid. That's what my grandmother Victoria always said, right before she'd remind me to keep my money separate from my heart. I should have listened. I'm Giselle, and 5 years ago I thought I had it all figured out. Fresh inheritance from my grandmother, a charming husband named Geoffrey, and what seemed like the perfect in-laws. Now I'm sitting in what should have been my dream home, the one I paid for, folding Margaret's Egyptian cotton sheets while she critiques my technique. "You're creasing them wrong again, dear," she says, hovering over my shoulder. "Here, let me show you the proper way. When you grow up without household staff, these things don't come naturally." I bite my tongue, like always. The $800,000 I put into this colonial masterpiece apparently bought me a position as their unpaid housekeeper. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I remember the day Geoffrey brought me to see the house, his blue eyes sparkling with excitement. "This could be our forever home, Gis," he said, wrapping his arms around me as we stood in the empty foyer. "Just imagine our kids running down these stairs on Christmas morning." "It's perfect," I whispered, already mentally decorating each room. "But can we afford it?" That's when he proposed what he called the smart move. His parents would put the house in their names, for tax purposes, he explained. We'd contribute the down payment from my inheritance, and they'd handle the mortgage. "It's just paperwork, baby. We're family." I expressed my concerns over coffee with my best friend Laurel the next day. "Something feels off," I told her, stirring my latte absently. "Why can't we just buy it ourselves?" "Because you're letting them manipulate you," Laurel said bluntly. "Get everything in writing, Giz, family or not." But Geoffrey was persuasive. "My parents are old school," he explained over dinner. "They want to help us start our lives together. Plus, think of the property tax savings. Trust me, it's the smart move." I trusted him. God, I was such an idiot. The first red flag came during move-in day. Margaret rearranged all my furniture while I was at work. "Oh, darling," she said when I came home, "this layout works so much better for the flow of our home, don't you think?" Our home, not my home, never my home. Then came the dinner parties. "Giselle, be a dear and serve the appetizers," Margaret would say, as if I were the help instead of her daughter-in-law. "And make sure to use the good silver. You remember how to arrange it properly, right?" Geoffrey would just shrug when I brought it up later. "That's just how Mum is," he'd say, scrolling through his phone. "Don't be so sensitive." Today, as I finish folding the sheets, apparently still wrong, Margaret drops another bomb. "Oh, by the way, Destiny will be staying with us for a while. She needs a quiet space to work on her influencer career, poor thing. You don't mind making up the guest room, do you?" Destiny. Geoffrey's perfect little sister, whose Instagram feed looks like a luxury magazine and whose bank account runs on family handouts. The guest room, the one I'd been slowly converting into a home office, will now be her content creation studio. "Of course not," I say, forcing a smile, happy to help. Later that night, I'm in our bedroom, watching Geoffrey get ready for bed. "Your sister's moving in?" I ask, trying to keep my voice neutral. "Just temporarily," he says, not meeting my eyes. "She's going through a rough patch. Family helps family, right?" Family helps family, the same line they used to convince me to sign away my inheritance. I look around at the walls I painted myself, the curtains I picked out, the life I thought I was building. My grandmother's words echo in my head. "Love makes you stupid, but paperwork makes you smart." I should have listened to my gut the day I signed those papers, but maybe it's not too late to get smart. Little do they know, I did keep one piece of my grandmother's advice. Every dollar I put into this house, it's documented. Every promise they made, recorded. And that inheritance they think I handed over so trustingly? Let's just say I learned a few things about paperwork after all. "Giselle!" Destiny's voice echoes through the house. "Where's my morning smoothie? I have a brand collaboration call in 10 minutes. 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since Geoffrey's sister moved in, and somehow I've gone from daughter-in-law to personal assistant. I'm in the kitchen, blending her stupid kale smoothie while she lounges in what used to be my home office, now transformed into her content creation space. "Coming!" I call back, trying to keep the irritation out of my voice. As I walk upstairs with her drink, I hear her on the phone. The house! Oh my God, it's absolutely gorgeous! Family money, you know how it is? She giggles. Perfect backdrop for my lifestyle series. Family money. Right, my family's money, actually. Here's your smoothie, I say, placing it on her desk, my desk, next to her ring light and expensive camera setup. She barely glances up. Thanks, hun. Oh, and could you do a quick load of laundry? My Lululemon sets need gentle cycle only. I'm halfway through sorting her laundry when Margaret appears. Giselle, dear, the cleaning service cancelled. Would you mind handling the bathrooms today? You do such a thorough job. That afternoon, I meet Laurel at our usual coffee spot. She takes one look at my face and orders us both extra shots. You look like hell, she says bluntly. Still playing maid to the social media princess? I slump in my chair. It's getting worse. Yesterday, Jeffrey actually asked me to pick up his dry cleaning while I was out running errands anyway. I was on my way to a client meeting. A client meeting for your actual job? Laurel's eyes narrow. The one that pays actual money? Yeah, the freelance financial consulting I do, the work that kept us afloat while Jeffrey was finding himself last year? I stir my coffee aggressively. Apparently that's just my cute little hobby now. Laurel leans forward. Have you checked your joint accounts lately? Something feels off about all this. What do you mean? Just check, and maybe talk to a lawyer. I know someone, Calvin. He specialises in family finance. I'm about to protest when my phone buzzes. It's Jeffrey. Hey babe, quick favour. Can you transfer $5,000 from our savings to Dad? Destiny needs it for her new camera equipment. It's for her business. My hand tightens around the phone. Jeffrey, that's our emergency fund. Come on, Jis, pick your battles. It's just money. We're family. After hanging up, I pull up our online banking app. What I see makes my stomach drop. Laurel, I say slowly. There's a second mortgage on the house, taken out 3 months ago. She's already pulling out her business card and scribbling a number on the back. Call Calvin today. That evening, I'm making dinner when I overhear Destiny in the living room with Jeffrey and their parents. The startup costs are higher than expected, she's saying, but once my lifestyle brand takes off... Of course, sweetheart, Gerald says. We'll figure something out. The house has plenty of equity. My house, my equity. Jeffrey spots me in the doorway. Hey, Jis, dinner almost ready? 20 minutes, I say, forcing a smile. Just need to finish the sauce. Perfect timing, Destiny claps. I need to film content for my cooking series. Mind if I take credit for the meal? My followers love authentic home cooking moments. I watch her position herself at my stove, adjusting her hair while Margaret helps with the lighting. They don't even notice when I slip away to make a phone call. Calvin Oliver's office, a voice answers. Hi, this is Giselle. Laurel recommended I call. I need to discuss a property lien and possible financial fraud. Of course. How's tomorrow at 9 a.m? From downstairs I hear Destiny's practiced voice. Welcome to another day in my luxury home kitchen. Tomorrow's perfect, I say quietly. I think it's time I protect what's mine. Calvin's office is nothing like I expected. No mahogany desk or pretentious art, just clean lines and a wall of filing cabinets. He looks up from my documents, his expression carefully neutral. So let me get this straight, he says. You provided $800,000 for a house that's in your in-laws' names with only verbal agreements about ownership? I know how it sounds, I start, but he holds up a hand. Wait, there's more. He taps his tablet. They've taken out a second mortgage without your knowledge. Your husband opened joint credit lines using your social security number, and now they're using your investment to fund his sister's Instagram career. Put like that, I sound like the world's biggest fool. A memory surfaces. My grandmother Victoria sitting at her kitchen table, counting out bills. Never give away what you can't afford to lose, she'd said, and never trust anyone who rushes you to sign papers. What are my options? I ask Calvin. He leans back. Well, you did one smart thing. You kept records. Every transfer, every email, every text message about the house purchase. That gives us leverage. My phone buzzes. Jeffrey. I silence it. Here's what we can do, Calvin continues. First, we file a lien against the property based on your original investment. Second, we document the unauthorized credit lines. That's fraud, by the way. Third, another buzz. This time, it's Destiny. Where are you? Mom needs help setting up for her bridge club. Calvin raises an eyebrow at my expression. Family dynamics seem complicated. You have no idea. I show him Destiny's latest TikTok, a house tour where she calls my home her family estate. They treat me like the help. Not for long, he says, pulling out a stack of forms. Sign these. We're securing your position before they can do any more damage. That evening, I find Jeffrey in his study. Time to test the waters. We need to talk about the second mortgage, I say. He doesn't even look up from his laptop. What about it? Maybe the fact that you took it out without telling me, using the house I paid for? Now he looks up, annoyed. We're a family, Giselle. Stop acting like everything needs to be documented. You're being paranoid. Paranoid? I laugh, but there's no humour in it. Your sister's burning through our savings, your parents treat me like a servant, and you're gaslighting me about basic financial transparency. Don't be dramatic, he sighs. Look, I know you're stressed, but what? Pick my battles? Trust the family? I've heard it all before. He stands up, towering over me. You knew what you were signing up for. We took care of you when you had nothing. Remember that. I had nothing. My grandmother's voice echoes in my head. Money doesn't just buy things, dear. It buys freedom. Never let anyone take that from you. I leave Jeffrey's study and head to our bedroom. Well, my bedroom now, since he's been sleeping in the guest room claiming he works late. Opening my closet, I pull out an old shoebox labelled Family Photos. Inside, beneath the actual photos, lies a folder, every bank statement, every text message about the house purchase, every email where they promised, it's just paperwork, you'll be an owner too. 5 years of evidence. My phone buzzes again. It's Margaret. Family meeting tomorrow at 7. Don't be late. We have exciting news. I text back a thumbs up emoji, then call Calvin. Everything's filed, he confirms. The lien is in place. Now we wait. How long? Not long, I expect. People like this, they'll show their hands soon enough. As if on cue, I hear Destiny squeal from downstairs. Oh my God, really? Europe? For 3 whole months? I walk to the window and look out at the garden I planted, the patio I designed, the life I thought I was building. Tomorrow they'll tell me they're selling my house, my investment, my dream, to fund Destiny's European influencer tour. But this time, I'm ready. This time, I have more than just Grandmother Victoria's warnings. I have proof, I have rights, and I have a plan. Let them try to sell my house. The trap is already set. 7 o'clock sharp. I'm sitting in my own living room like a guest, perched on the edge of the sofa while the family lounges comfortably around me. Margaret's practically vibrating with excitement, Gerald's wearing his important business face, and Destiny's recording everything on her phone. We have wonderful news, Margaret announces, clasping her hands together. We've decided to sell the house. The room goes quiet, all eyes on me. They're waiting for tears, protests, begging. Instead, I take a slow sip of my tea. When? I ask calmly. Jeffrey shifts uncomfortably. We've already listed it. The realtor's coming tomorrow for photos. I see. Another sip. And where exactly am I supposed to go? Well, Margaret chirps, we thought you could stay with Destiny in her new apartment. Won't that be fun? Like a girl's sleepover until you find your own place. Destiny pans her phone around the room, narrating, Major life update, you guys. Time for new adventures. The market's hot, Gerald adds, pulling out some papers. We should get at least 1.2 million, more than enough to cover Destiny's European business expansion and still have a nice profit. My teacup clinks against its saucer. Profit from my investment, you mean? The room temperature drops 10 degrees. Now, Giselle, Jeffrey warns, let's not make this ugly. You knew the arrangement when you agreed to it. Did I? I set down my cup. Did I agree to be your housekeeper? To fund Destiny's Instagram fantasies? To have my inheritance stolen? Stolen? Margaret gasps. How dare you? We gave you a family. No. I stand up slowly. You gave me a lesson, and I learned it well. Geoffrey steps toward me, his voice low. You'll figure it out. Don't guilt-trip us. Exactly, Destiny chimes in, still filming. You can go rent somewhere cute. My followers love apartment transformation content. We could collab. I walk to the door, then turn back. When's the closing date? 3 weeks, Gerald says. We've already accepted an offer. Perfect, I smile. That's all I needed to know. Upstairs in my room, I pull out my phone and send 2 texts. First to Calvin. They took the bait, closing in 3 weeks. Then to Laurel. It's happening. Wine tonight? I open my laptop and systematically delete myself from every shared account. Family photos, copied and removed. Joint calendar, unshared. Banking apps, logged out. My phone buzzes with Laurel's reply. On my way with the good stuff. You ready for this? Am I ready? I walk to my closet and pull out a locked folder labelled Reclamation Dawson House. Inside are copies of every document Calvin filed, including the lien notice that will freeze any sale proceeds. From downstairs I hear Destiny's voice. Don't forget to like and subscribe, besties. Big changes coming. My phone buzzes again. It's Geoffrey. Don't be difficult about this. You're embarrassing yourself. I block his number. Another buzz. Margaret. Dear, since you're being so dramatic, perhaps you should pack your things tonight. Destiny needs your closet space for her filming equipment. Block. Gerald. We expect the keys by Friday. Be reasonable. Block. Destiny. OMG, can I film a closet clean-out video while you pack? My followers would die. Block. A knock at my door. Laurel's here, holding 2 bottles of wine and wearing her revenge-plotting smile. You okay? She asks, seeing my face. No, I admit, pulling out 2 glasses. But I will be. That's my girl. She pours generously. To Karma, I clink my glass against hers. To Karma, and to Grandma Victoria, who taught me that the best revenge is the one you plan while they think you're crying. Downstairs I hear them celebrating, planning their new lives with my money. They think I'm up here packing, broken and defeated. Instead, I'm preparing for war. Let them party. Let them plan their European adventures and Instagram empires. They have no idea what's coming. 3 weeks. The trap is set, and they walked right into it. I'm sitting in my grandmother Victoria's old armchair, the only piece of furniture I kept after she passed, reading through her will for the 100th time. The important part isn't the inheritance amount, it's the letter that came with it. My dearest Giselle, it reads, this money isn't a gift, it's a test. Lend it once, but only if you're okay, never seeing it again, and always, always keep receipts. My phone rings. It's Calvin. You're not going to believe this, he says, without preamble. I just got copies of their loan applications. Geoffrey forged your signature on 3 credit cards and a personal line of credit. I laugh, but it's hollow. Actually, I do believe it. We can add fraud charges to... A notification pops up on my phone. Destiny's gone live on Instagram. I switch to speaker and pull up the video. Welcome to my last house tour, besties. She's walking through my kitchen, my perfectly organised, expertly equipped kitchen. So sad to leave this gorgeous space, but Europe calls. Swipe up for my travel itinerary. Giselle. Calvin's still talking. Are you listening? This is serious. I'm listening. I watch as Destiny opens my custom spice drawer, just documenting the last of their mistakes. The lien is solid, he continues. When they try to close, all proceeds will be frozen pending our claim. But the fraud charges, that's criminal territory. Are you sure you want to go that far? Another notification. A text from Margaret with a link to local apartment listings. These are in your price range, dear. Best to start looking now. Yes, I say firmly, I'm sure. After hanging up, I head downstairs. The real estate photographer is there, Margaret directing him like a movie scene. "Oh, Giselle," she spots me. "Perfect timing. Could you tidy up the kitchen before he shoots in there? And maybe make yourself scarce afterward? We want the house to look aspirational." I smile sweetly. "Of course. Anything else?" "Actually," she lowers her voice, "Gerald noticed you still have some boxes in the garage. We'll need that cleared out by tomorrow. The stage is coming." I head to the garage, but not to pack. Behind my grandmother's old armchair is a safe. Inside, every document Calvan needs. Loan papers, bank statements, texts, emails. 5 years of evidence. My phone buzzes again. It's Jeffrey. "The movers are booked for next week," he says when I answer. "You should start packing." "Already on it," I lie smoothly. "By the way, how's that new credit card working out?" A pause. "What credit card?" "Oh, you know, the one you opened in my name last month, the one with the $15,000 balance?" Silence. "Giselle, save it." My voice is ice. "I have the paperwork, Jeffrey, all of it." "We can talk about this." "Yes, we can, with my lawyer present." I hang up and text Laurel. "It's starting." She replies instantly. "Good. Those trust fund vultures deserve everything coming to them." Back inside, Destiny's filming another TikTok in my living room. "Goodbye, family mansion. Hello, European adventure." "Speaking of adventure," Margaret calls from the kitchen. "Giselle, dear, we need to discuss your move-out timeline. The buyers want—" "Actually," I cut in, "I think we need to discuss the lien on the house first." The room goes silent. Even Destiny lowers her phone. "The what?" Gerald appears from his study. "The lien, the legal claim on this property based on my $800,000 investment. Oh, and maybe we should talk about the fraudulent credit accounts too." Margaret's face goes pale. "Jeffrey!" But Jeffrey's already disappeared upstairs, probably calling their lawyer. I head for the door, pausing only to look back at their shocked faces. "Don't worry about those apartment listings, Margaret. I won't be needing them." Destiny's still recording, her influence-perfect smile frozen in confusion. "Oh, and Destiny," I add, "you might want to cancel those plane tickets. Something tells me your Europe fund is about to get tied up in legal proceedings." I walk out, leaving chaos behind me. My phone's already buzzing with their calls and texts, but I don't answer. Instead, I pull out my grandmother's letter again. "Lend it once," I read aloud, "but only if you're okay never seeing it again." Well, Grandma Victoria, I'm not okay with never seeing it again, and they're about to find out just how not okay I am. And here we have the gourmet kitchen with custom cabinetry, the realtor King announces to the potential buyers. I lurk in the doorway, watching their faces as they admire my carefully curated space. "The current owners have really maintained this property beautifully," he continues. "Oh, that's all Giselle," Destiny pipes up from behind her phone, still recording everything. "She's like obsessed with organising. Speaking of which, where is our little helper?" I step into view. "Right here." The potential buyers smile politely. King's eyes widen slightly. He wasn't expecting me. "I designed this kitchen myself," I say pleasantly. "Even installed the pot filler, when I bought the house." "When we bought the house," Margaret cuts in quickly, appearing from nowhere. "Family investment, right, dear?" "Right," I smile. "Everything's documented." Margaret's face tightens. She knows what I mean. King clears his throat. "Shall we move on to the master suite?" "Actually," I say, "I have some disclosure documents for you, King. Legal requirements, you understand." I hand him a sealed envelope. Calvin prepared it himself. All the liens, claims and pending legal actions that could affect the sale. "I'll review these in my office," he says professionally, but I catch the concern in his voice. Destiny's still recording. "Tour Part 2, besties! Can't wait to show you my European content once this sale closes." "About that," I say, looking directly into her camera. "You might want to make those tickets refundable." "Oh, what's that supposed to mean?" she snaps, finally lowering her phone. "It means," I say loudly enough for the buyers to hear, "that this house isn't as available as everyone thinks. Margaret practically shoves me into the pantry. "Stop this nonsense immediately," she hisses. "Or what? You'll kick me out of my own house, the one I paid for? We gave you everything." "No," I step closer. "You took everything, and now I'm taking it back." I walk out, leaving her sputtering. In the living room, Geoffrey's showing the buyers the crown moulding. "We're having a celebration dinner tonight," he announces when he sees me. "For the sale. You'll be there." It's not really a question. "Wouldn't miss it," I say. Later that evening, they're all gathered around my dining table, my grandmother's table, raising glasses of expensive champagne. "To new beginnings," Gerald toasts, "and to family." "Family," they echo. I raise my water glass. "To paperwork," I add softly. "What was that, dear?" Margaret asks. "Nothing," I smile. "Just thinking about tomorrow's closing." Destiny squeals. "Less than 24 hours until my European adventure begins. I've already got my first 10 TikToks planned." My phone buzzes. It's Laurel. "Revenge has a cost. Make sure you're ready to pay it." I text back. "I already have." "Giselle," Geoffrey calls out, "aren't you going to toast with us? It's champagne from the year we met." The year we met. When he was charming and I was naive and everything seemed perfect. "No thanks," I say, standing up. "I need a clear head for tomorrow." "Oh, right," Destiny smirks. "Must be hard finding an apartment in this market, but don't worry, my futon is super comfy." Another buzz. Calvin this time. "Everything's set for tomorrow. Are you sure about this?" I look around the table. Margaret and Gerald already spending my money in their minds. Destiny, planning her influencer empire on my investment. Geoffrey, who thought I was too stupid to protect myself. "Absolutely sure," I text back. "Well," I announce to the table, "I should get some sleep. Big day tomorrow." "Yes," Margaret agrees. "The movers will be here early. Don't forget to label your boxes." I pause at the doorway. "Oh, I won't forget anything. I've documented everything very carefully." Their laughter follows me upstairs, but I'm not bothered. Let them celebrate. Let them plan. Let them think they've won. Tomorrow they'll learn what my grandmother always knew. Sometimes the best revenge is the one you plan while they're too busy laughing to notice the trap closing around them. I pull out my outfit for tomorrow's closing. Black suit, grandmother's pearls, and a folder labelled Receipts. It's time. The closing room at the title company feels too small for all the egos inside it. Margaret's practically bouncing in her chair, Gerald's reviewing the closing documents with a smug smile, and Destiny's live streaming everything to her followers. "Okay, besties, final moments in the family mansion. Can't wait to show you Paris." Geoffrey keeps checking his watch. "Where's Giselle? She knows what time we're starting." Right on cue, I walk in. Black suit, grandmother's pearls. Calvin right behind me with his briefcase. "Who's this?" Gerald demands. "My lawyer," I say, taking a seat. "Shall we begin?" The closing agent, a woman named Rita, clears her throat. "Yes, well, if everyone's ready." "Wait," Margaret interrupts. "Why do you have a lawyer? This is a family matter." "Exactly," I smile. "Family matters should be handled properly. Right, Calvin?" Calvin opens his briefcase. "Before we proceed, I need to present some documents regarding the property's current legal status." "What legal status?" Gerald snaps. "We own this house." "Do you?" Calvin slides papers across the table. "Because my client's $800,000 investment is secured by a properly filed lien. Any sale proceeds must first satisfy that debt." The room explodes. "You can't do this!" Margaret shrieks. "Actually," Calvin continues, pulling out more documents, "we also need to address the fraudulent credit accounts opened in my client's name." Destiny's phone drops. Guys, my followers are asking what's happening." "Turn it off," Geoffrey hisses. "But my content—" "Off!" Rita looks uncomfortable. "Perhaps we should take a brief recess." "No need," I say calmly. "This won't take long. Calvin?" He nods. "The lien must be satisfied before any sale can proceed. Additionally, we've filed criminal complaints regarding the unauthorized credit accounts. The DA's office is very interested." "Criminal?" Geoffrey goes pale. Giselle, you can't be serious. Dead serious, just like I was when I told you this was my house, just like I was when I asked about the credit cards you opened in my name. Gerald stands up, face red. Now see here. No, you see here. I stand too, matching his height in my heels. You thought I was stupid. You thought I was weak. You treated me like staff in my own home. But guess what? I learned from the best. My grandmother taught me to always keep receipts. Margaret starts crying. After everything we've done for you. Everything you've done, I laugh. You mean stealing my inheritance, using me as free labour, planning to leave me homeless? Destiny's still trying to film discreetly. Guys, my followers are asking if we're still going to Europe. No, Destiny, I snap. You're not going to Europe. That money, it's mine. The house, also mine. And Jeffrey? I turn to my husband, who won't meet my eyes. The DA's office would love to hear about those credit cards. The closing agent stands up. Given these legal complications, I cannot proceed with this sale today. But the buyers, Gerald sputters, have already been informed, Calvin says. My client's lien was properly disclosed yesterday. You planned this, Jeffrey whispers. All along, you were planning this. No, I gather my things. You planned this. Every time you belittled me, every time you stole from me, every time you treated me like nothing, I just documented it. Destiny's crying now. My tickets are non-refundable. Should have made them refundable, I shrug. But hey, I hear TikTok does well from any location, even bankruptcy court. Calvin hands them each a business card. All further communication should go through my office. The fraud investigation will begin next week. I walk to the door, then turn back. They're still frozen, staring at the wreckage of their plans. Oh, and Margaret, remember when you said I didn't know how to fold sheets properly? Turns out I know exactly how to fold something. I hold up the stack of evidence, like a paper trail. Outside, Laurel's waiting in her car. Well, she asks as I slide in. It's done. My hands are shaking, but my voice is steady. They never saw it coming. Good. She starts the engine. Where to? I look back at the title company, where my soon-to-be ex-family is probably still sitting in shocked silence. Home, I say. My home. The one I'm buying with my settlement money. To karma, Laurel grins. To karma, I agree, and to keeping receipts. The moving truck pulls away from my new condo, leaving me alone in my space. My space. No Margaret critiquing my decorating choices, no Destiny commandeering rooms for her content, no Jeffrey gaslighting me about money. My phone buzzes, a notification from TikTok. Destiny's posted a new video. My side of the story, how my sister-in-law ruined my life. I hit play, morbidly curious. She betrayed our whole family. Destiny's mascara-streaked face fills the screen. Now I'm working at Burger Box to pay off lawyer fees, and my followers keep unfollowing me because I can't post luxury content anymore. The comments are brutal. Maybe get a real job. Karma's beautiful. Team Giselle. Another buzz. Laurel's here with wine and takeout. Saw Destiny's pity party, she asks, settling onto my new couch. Hard to miss. She tagged me in everything. Well, I've got better news. She pulls out her phone. Remember that women's financial literacy program you mentioned? The community centre wants you to teach it. I pause in unpacking wine glasses. Really? Really? They said your story went viral in all the right ways. Women need to hear this. My doorbell rings. It's Calvin. Good timing, he says, holding up a folder. Final settlement papers. Jeffrey took the plea deal on the fraud charges. Community service, mandatory financial counselling, and full restitution. And the house? Sold. After satisfying your lien and legal fees, they're left with basically nothing. Margaret and Gerald had to move in with their cousin in Ohio. I pour wine for everyone. To new beginnings? To consequences, Laurel corrects. My phone rings. Jeffrey. I answer on speaker. Giselle, please, he starts. Can't we talk about this? I'm sleeping on my friend's couch. Should have thought about that before committing fraud. I said I was sorry. No, you got caught. There's a difference. I hang up and block his number. Again, he keeps making new ones. You know what the best part is? Laurel grins. Your grandmother would be so proud. She's right. I walk to my bedroom and return with Victoria's old jewellery box. Inside, beneath her pearls, is her letter. Read it again, Laurel urges. Dear Giselle, I begin. Money doesn't just buy things, it buys freedom. Never let anyone take that from you. And remember, the smartest women aren't the ones who never get betrayed. They're the ones who make sure it only happens once. Calvin raises his glass. She'd be thrilled to see how you handled this. My phone pings with an email from the community centre. Financial Literacy for Women, Course Outline Review. You should do it, Laurel says. Think how many women you could help. Speaking of help, Calvin adds, the DA's office wants to know if you'll consult on other financial abuse cases. Your documentation was impressive. I look around my new home, smaller than the house, but mine in every way that matters. No hidden strings, no manipulation, no pretense. Another TikTok notification. Destiny's posted again, this time from her Burger Box drive-through window. Day 23 of my humiliation. Should we feel bad? I ask. Nope. Laurel pops a spring roll in her mouth. They made their choices. My doorbell rings again. This time it's a delivery. Flowers from the women's shelter where I'll be teaching. The card reads, "Thank you for showing our clients that standing up for yourself isn't just possible, it's necessary." I place the flowers on my grandmother's table, the one piece I kept from my old life. It feels right here, like it's finally where it belongs. You know what the worst part was? I tell Laurel and Calvin. For years, I thought keeping quiet meant keeping peace. But sometimes peace costs too much. Too expensive peace, Laurel raises her glass. No, I correct her, to knowing your worth and making sure everyone else knows it too. My phone buzzes one last time. Margaret's number. I decline the call and pull up my course outline instead. Lesson 1, How to Protect Your Assets. Lesson 2, Recognizing Financial Abuse. Lesson 3, The Power of Documentation. I smile, thinking of all the women I'll teach what my grandmother taught me. Sometimes the best revenge isn't just getting even, it's making sure you never have to get even again.